Welcome to the Intelligent Idiots podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Always on 10. And for somehow our very first episode is going to be a special episode, a Valentine's Day episode. I hope you enjoy me haphazardly attempting to do a podcast. Because why shouldn't more men do podcasts? You know? All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with wait, oh shit, you don't even know. I'm reading Reddit stories. This isn't like a bullshit manosphere red pill podcast. None of that. It's garbage. It's trash. No, none of that. Uh, we're doing Reddit stories, baby. That's what this whole podcast is going to be. Real life stories. Hopefully not AI, ChatGPT, Grok. Yeah, none of that bull. Straight from the internet. Right? Real life things. So happy Valentine's Day, or whatever day of the week it is that you're watching this. We're going to start off with a story from Am I the Asshole? All right. Am I the asshole for not punishing my 7-year-old daughter for her play relationships? All right. My husband and I have a 7-year-old daughter together, Layla. A few months ago, Layla got a boyfriend, Lucas, boyfriend. They are both 7, so obviously not a real relationship. They just hold hands sometimes and they draw each other hearts for Valentine's Day. Right. This week, Layla was apparently holding hands with another boy who also sent Layla a Valentine's Day love letter. And Lucas took offense to it. We found out because Lucas's parents called us. Uh, really? We found out because Lucas's parents called to tell us Lucas won't be coming over to us this Saturday, like it was originally planned, because he is mad at Layla. My husband wants us to punish Layla and wants me to have a talk with her about faithfulness. At first, I thought he was joking, but no, he was serious. He says that Layla cheated on Lucas, and I, as her mother, should do something about it. I told my husband that Layla is 7, not a cheater, and I won't treat her as such. And then he accused me of raising a cheater and encouraging bad behavior. Am I the asshole for not wanting to punish Layla? What the fuck is going on with all these people? She's 7. Um, not the asshole in my opinion. She's 7. I don't even remember being 7 years old. Like, but my parents tell me about cute stories from then, and the first and last thing on their mind was not me going around and having girlfriends. Right, 7, elementary school. What is that? Second grade? Second grade? Did they even do homework back then? Oh, good lord. All right. The husband is tripping. He's tweaking. All right. Honestly, he should have his own podcast if he's concerned about little girls cheating. Him and Trump will get along together. Ooh, dude. Let me try not to be political. Right? Let me try not to be yeah, fuck them all. So let's go ahead and read some of these comments. Um, top comment. I'm not even gonna try and read your username. Grand 45 with 4 as a A. Oh, I hope you're not picking up all that sound outside. All right, she's 7. It's ridiculous to call her a cheater. At the same time, you can sit her down and explain why Lucas is upset and doesn't want to see her. That's more than enough of a lesson. Not the asshole. Right? And honestly, that's pretty on point. Right. Conceptually, these kids are these kids aren't doing anything wrong. Right? The parents are in the wrong. They need to raise their kids to not try and delve into these relationships so young, it doesn't track to me, right, at all. We're pushing this on children entirely too young. It makes no sense. I hope the audio's good. I hope the audio's good. Let's read through some more of this. We got some comments from OP. Let me see. Obviously, you can tell I'm not as prepared as I should have been. And no comments. So we're just gonna read through some comments here on the post. Uh, yeah, not the asshole. An explanation is appropriate, but not an accusation or punishment. Kind of worried about her husband. Right. Ooh, they've been together at least 7, 8 years. I'm getting uber religious vibes off the husband. Definitely creepy at the very least, because it just doesn't track. We got Waldo Jeffers, 65. She held his hand. His hand. In the eyes of God, they are married. I will not let that Jezebel live one moment longer in our house unless she repents her sins and goes back to Lucas. Does the purity ring I put on her finger the day she was born mean nothing to her? Yo. All right. All right. No. Let me see. From I haven't even read these comments. I don't even know if these are good comments, but there's hella votes on this. From Queen of the Snarkness. I guess according to your husband, I'm technically a bigamist since I married the kid. Since I married a kid in third grade during recess, and then married someone else 12 years later without properly divorcing my first husband, also means every other relationship I had after that first wedding means I was cheating. What a monster I am. Oh man, she says, not the asshole, although you should talk to your daughter about hurting Lucas's feelings, right? I have no kids, so it's slightly complex. You kind of want to build and help them understand what these concepts are at a child's level, right? But mm, coming from the adult mind to a child's mind and trying to force this is just wild. I'm a little amazed at the number of other people who also had elementary school weddings. I thought it was so original back then. For anyone interested, my husband knows the story. I told him several years ago. His main question was whether or not my third grade husband was not a lead singer of a famous band because they share the same name. Oh, he isn't. He could have got the bag, which we're both disappointed about. I've never been able to find third grade husband on social media, so I have no idea what happened to him. I wonder if he ever became a Ghostbuster like he dreamed he would. He offered me the position of secretary, so yeah, that'd be good money. Mm-mm-mm. I was going to say the same thing. I was 6 and my bestie at the time would swap husbands every few days, so I guess I'm in real trouble. Now I have been married 3 times. Yo, I guess I should notify my other 2 husbands that I'm married with kids too now in this guy's mind. Yeah, the husband in the story is tripping. That last comment about Megzy 0828, pretty spot on. The kids are gonna be kids, right? You gotta let them enjoy the life that they're growing into and not try to force real complex social relationships on them when they can barely still write. What are they doing in second grade? Kindergarten, first grade, you're doing your penmanship. You can write your name. You can write a couple sentences. Are you writing a paragraph in second grade at 7? Oh, good lord. We're moving on. Moving on. Comments on point. Comments on point. I wish the original poster, OP. I wish the original poster had dropped some comments because I want to know what her conversation with her husband was like after this. Because a 7-year old cheating, come on, it's not a real relationship. But before I move on, we got a comment right here. Lilium underscore X. What's up with these usernames? My username is Mr. Always on 10. TN. TEN, right? You can just spell it out. I know it might read a little weird since everything is in lowercase on some of these social media apps, but Lilium X, level 27, Jenny Bro, like what is this? So punishing her is absolutely not appropriate here, but a conversation is. Kids are never too young to learn about consent and treating other people with respect. Lucas had understood they were boyfriend slash girlfriend, and unless discussed otherwise, that usually means not holding hands with other people, right? If Layla wants to exchange Valentines and hold hands with other people, that's fine. But the better way to do it is to tell Lucas first and let him choose whether he still consents to being boyfriend slash girlfriend. This explanation may make Layla upset as she realizes why and how Lucas is hurt and upset, rather that rather than just that he is hurt and upset. That's called empathy, and is a good thing. The parents should acknowledge Layla's empathy, offer reassurance that this doesn't make her a bad person, that the parental love is enduring, and be open to talking about how Layla can fix it if she wants help thinking about that. Okay. This is very nice, right? Bringing consent from a top down level, from adulthood all the way down to childhood and teaching them at a young age is very good. And in such a way where hopefully, right, if OP read the comments and she sees this or saw this one, this post is 3 years old. Ugh. That's tough. Hopefully she saw this because Layla's like 10 now, right? And this would have been a great thing to attempt to teach her, right? Lucas is upset because you did this thing, right? And they're hurt because you did this thing, not just that they're hurt. So, yeah, yeah, I like this. All right, so we're in Am I the Asshole? And we got this post, 5 years old, from a deleted user. So I'm gonna have fun trying to find the comments for this if I can. Am I the asshole for being upset about my boyfriend's comments on my weight and him mentioning it again in his Valentine's Day letter for me? All right. My boyfriend about my boyfriend of about 5 months, male 25, made me, female 22, a Valentine's Day gift that I thought was a little questionable. He wrote me a letter. The first half of that letter says how much he loves me and how he has plans for our future together, etc., which was really sweet. Right? Once I had read through the second half, though, it felt more like he was trying to ease me into the topic. My drastic weight gain over the past few weeks scares him. To add numbers, since gyms in my country closed in November, I've gained about 3 kilograms. I'm American. What is that? Uh, I did lose muscle mass at the same time though, so it probably looks like more. I feel really bad about it since I've had insecurities about my weight since I was a young teenager, and I've been trying to feel happy and confident in my body for a long time. He knows about this. I've told him since it's not the first time he's commented about my weight. Oof. When we talked about working out at the beginning of the relationship, I said I'd do it because I enjoy it, especially strength training and not to lose weight. He wasn't happy with that answer and told me to focus on weight loss more because muscular women aren't attractive, and directly asked if I could lose some weight. I explained to him why this was upsetting to me and that I'll probably never be model thin. I made clear that if that was a deal breaker for him, he should date someone else. This upset him. I asked him not to comment on my weight again, since I am definitely aware if I gain weight and being reminded of it and asked to lose it just hurts me. Oof. Fast forward a few months, I started doing a 4 week workout challenge by a popular YouTuber, and it's been doing wonders for my strength and confidence. I've also lost a bit of weight, and I've gained since the beginning of quarantine. When I pointed that out in front of the mirror at my boyfriend's place about 2 weeks ago, he laughed and said, "No, you've gained weight." I didn't say anything, but felt super demotivated. Now, Valentine's Day. The letter was written in his native language, which I barely speak, for me to take home and translate it. I just got done with the translation and am feeling kind of disappointed with my gift, especially since I put a lot of work into my handmade gifts for him, and he just seemed to use the opportunity to criticize my weight again. Am I wrong for feeling upset? He believes people should change for their partners and sees nothing wrong with his actions. He said I am welcome to criticize his body as well. He doesn't work out at all, which doesn't bother me. And he wouldn't get upset about it and try to change his body on my requests. And would try. Okay. He says it's normal in a relationship. Am I selfish slash stubborn for asking him not to comment on my weight instead? Mm, 5 years ago. He's 30. She's 27 now. They were 25 and 22. I feel like when I was 25, I wasn't retarded like this. Um, you shouldn't get with somebody you want to get with, right? You see someone, and that's the very first thing you like about them is their physical appearance, what they're wearing, how their hair looks, their eyes, their nose, their lips, the shape of their body, their clothes, their shoes, right? The next thing that happens is you might smell them and then you talk to them, right? So you're getting all these things, and the very appearance is the thing that you don't like about. How are you laying down with this person 5 months and you're acting like this? It's crazy. It's crazy work. Uh, as a man, you should not be maneuvering like this at all at any age, right? You shouldn't be making comments like this, especially because she's actively working out. This was during COVID. Right. So what are we doing? Home workout routines to try and keep it up, and it's so difficult because everybody's door dashing terribly unhealthy food. Like, what's happening? So, ah, this just it upsets me greatly. Um, I gotta get my thoughts together. I gotta get my thoughts together. You shouldn't be trying to change your partners to fit something that they already aren't. He's trying to circumvent and say, "Hey, I, I'll work out. I'll change my body for you. You should be able to do it for me." Right. But she doesn't. She wants to be the weight that she is, happy and healthy, working out for herself because you should be working out to be the perfect way in the best physical condition that you possibly can be for yourself so you don't experience any adverse health complications later down the line, so you can hop the fence when the police are after you, so you can enjoy life, not have a stressful moment, stroke out, and it's like, oh, right. This guy doesn't even work out. He's saying, I'll do this for you. Right? He's just trying to finesse. He's really just trying to finesse. This is, ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you don't, it's 5 months, you don't even give a real gift. A letter where she has to put in work, right? It's like giving me a broom as a damn gift. What are we doing here? Top comment, my stone bucket, not the asshole. Yeah, yeah. By the way, you weren't. But why are you with this guy? You're not even. You've not even been together half a year, and he's done this to you, at least 3 times. He's showing you who he is. Believe him. Right underneath. Every time he criticizes your weight, sigh. Say you wish his penis was a bit bigger, and tell him he needs to work on that. Oh, and be aware that you can do better, and this will likely end the relationship. Might get the point across though, not the asshole. Oh my god. Let me see. Let me see what else we got. Not the asshole. Please break up with him. You deserve so much better. Right. Comment underneath that. Oh, the AC kicked in. I hope y'all can hear that. You're being an asshole to yourself for dating someone who is mean, puts you down, and demands you change your body to his preferences. He doesn't want you to be healthy and strong. He wants you to be skinny. Right? Instagram, TikTok brained out. Ugh. You're not the asshole in this situation. Him writing this in a letter on a holiday isn't okay. Is this what you want for your life? Imagine your friend told you her boyfriend did this. What would your response be when she asked you if she was in the wrong? Now, hopefully, she's got some good friends in her life who, within the past 5 years, because again, this is old, has taken her out, shown her around, and she's found a better man in her life. Hopefully, this loser isn't a loser anymore. Has gotten some therapy, has done some introspection, and reevaluated his fucking life. Mm-hmm. Ah, I'm like, what the hell? Oh, that's my that's my dishwasher. Moving on. All right, we're over in the subreddit. Am I the asshole? The AH one, not the other one. Whatever. Am I the asshole for completely ignoring Valentine's Day because of our dead bedroom and not entertaining my wife when she expressed that it upset her? What are we doing? My wife and okay, I thought I couldn't read for a second. I'm a flip this because the grammar just killed me immediately. My wife and I are in our early 30s and have a dead bedroom. She's lost her libido over the years and can positively confirm, and I can positively confirm, that this isn't the person I agreed to marry in the first place. I tried to get her help, but she hardly follows through on the suggested courses of action, whether it be in couples therapy or individual ones. I feel like I don't love her anymore, and in my culture, divorce is taboo. So I am essentially stuck in this marriage. I hate how she doesn't even try. She would have all the time in the world to complain about her manager or complain about her weight, but wouldn't do anything about it. Trying to improve intimacy and getting her to do stuff is like beating a dead horse. So I withdrew. I started by stopping texting her, I love you, beautiful, every day when I'm at work. And I stopped giving her foot rubs and back rubs, stopped making date plans. It was tough. And then it came to a head when I completely ignored Valentine's Day and didn't get her anything. It was just like any other day to me. She confronted me and was terribly upset about this. I asked her, has she done anything to make me want to love her? Why should I be coerced into giving affections I don't want to give? Like, why should I care about what she wants when that care isn't reciprocated? Maybe this is vindictive, but I am disillusioned by her and disappointed in her for giving up completely on an intimate part of our relationship. We cannot stand each other, and she doesn't acknowledge me. This is tough. This is messed up. This is 2 years old. The account is deleted, so of course I won't be able to find any comments by them. Scroll, scroll, scroll. That's tough. That's tough. Control F O P. Let's see what I can find. Let's see what I can find. Literally every word that has the letters O and P in it. Never mind. Let's hit the top comments, cause ugh. Equal Justice 1776. Why is that your username? If you guys can't stand each other, you need to get a divorce. The cultural stuff doesn't matter against two people spending their entire lives in the happy. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is your one life. You should go be happy. And honestly, he's spot on. I know your family, they're going to be on bullshit, or 2 years ago, they were on bullshit if you attempted to start a divorce or separate or just do anything. Um, Especially after going to therapy yourself, her by herself, and then together, and she's not making any changes. She's just complaining and draining, right? Off rip, the way men are cultured or socialized, but we're fix it kind of guy. So if you're going to be complaining every day about the issues that you have, right? Maybe just to get it off your chest, which is cool and fine, but he's going to be fix it. And here you are, not getting up the ass, not doing sweet things, going on dates, and this man is rubbing your back, your feet, planning all the dates, right? He's planning all the dates. Mm, maybe in their culture, women are supposed to be more submissive, and the man plans everything. I don't, but he's not acting like it, right? It's 2026. This was 2024, so nah. This ain't it. This ain't it. Let's see what else we got in the top comments. I'm not even gonna try to read that one. I don't know what your username is. Not the asshole, but definitely the asshole to yourself. You're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life because divorce is taboo? Nah, man. Don't throw your life away. Be brave, then let each other go. Right? Sometimes you get into a relationship, right? And things aren't what they appear to be, right? Or things progress into a way that you did not expect. Um, People let go, people get relaxed, or people show their true faces. And it's not always the best. It's not always the best, right? They get to a milestone, 1 year, 2 years, moved in, engaged, married, one kid, two kid, and then, right, and then they show their true face. I'm not sure how long, or if this was like a progressively, nope, she lost her libido over the years. I can positively confirm that this isn't the person I agreed to marry. So, that's tough. It makes me curious about what else is going on in a relationship that she may not be uh, giving, right? If you guys aren't having happy bedtime and all she's doing is complaining about all the stuff in her life, but she's not making any changes, right? She hates her job, she hates her manager, she's not trying to get a new job, especially if this was America underneath a better administration. Getting the political, she had options to get up and get out and go finesse somewhere else, right? She had the ability to maneuver and go on to better opportunities, right? And she's complaining about her weight, but she isn't going to work out, right? At my job, my first break, my lunch, not my second break. Forget that. I'm in the gym, down 30 pounds. I do not want to be fat. If she does not want to be fat, if she wants to live a long life, early 30s, no heart issues, no lung issues, because everybody be vaping, right? No, none of those issues. She has to take care of herself, right? She needs to get a good routine going. Hopefully, she got a good routine going. And she's taking care of her physical health, right? She's acting on whatever her therapist is recommending to her and is focusing on bettering herself. All right. I'm so curious about what culture this is, but let me see. Yeah, this is probably the best comment right here. Best comment and worst comment, depending on what his situation was exactly, because there's so little information here, and his page is deleted. I don't see any comments from him. It sucks. I wish I could infer a little bit more. And there is no real update besides an edit. Uh, be careful what advice you choose to take from Reddit, as this forum will tell you what you want to hear. No one here knows you or your situation beyond what you choose to share. Right? My opinion is solely going based upon the. I'm sorry. The 4 paragraphs you wrote, which aren't even 4 paragraphs. You just spaced it out a little bit, which is cute. But this was 2 paragraphs, 1.5 max. Right. You've been married for however many years. You've been living together for however many years. You were dating for however many years. You're from whatever culture. We know nothing, bro. We know nothing. Maybe she's like spot on with everything in your relationship, besides not popping that and just complains a lot. Just 2 bad things. What if she was a 10 and she's got 2 strikes? Now she's an 8. Well, let me stop. Right. Unless you actively know you're going into a relationship where you know your partner is asexual, I know a lot of people who aren't going to be okay with a dead bedroom. But mm, you also could have took her to the doctor. Maybe there's something going on physical, right? That's also affecting her mental. And the therapist isn't going to recognize it because they're a completely different kind of doctor, right? Maybe her weight gain has led to some things happening with her physically, and it's her own internal perception of how she looks, so she don't want to throw it back. It's a possibility. And since she's frustrated because she ain't getting none, now she's just complaining about everything because everything's pissing her off because she ain't got no happy fun time. So her level of patience is low, and it's just the snowball tumbling down the hill, down the mountain, into an avalanche. But again, if you're putting forth the effort to try and help her, and you are doing all the things that she isn't, and she's upset that now you aren't doing those things, it's a inequitable relationship, and it should not continue on. All right, so we got to edit. Wow, I came here fully expecting to be eviscerated and destroyed in the comment section. Turns out there's a lot of support, and I appreciate that greatly. Like anyone, I came here and have to sheepishly admit that I thought I'll be argumentative with some people here because I can at least justify away my assholeness if it's there. Being right and winning, at least that'll be more cathartic than talk to my wife about our relationship issues. At least I know a lot of you can see how I feel. You married her, right? You got a extremely strong culture, maybe extremely strong religion. You got to go as hard as you possibly can to make this relationship work. You picked her. You picked her. You doubled down. You moved in. You tripled down. You proposed. You quadrupled down, and you married her. You got to go as hard as you possibly can. If you got to snatch her ass out the bed and make her go on a walk around the block, do it. Right? You have to consistently work on bettering yourself and make sure that your partner is motivated mentally and physically so they can better themselves so you can live the best life you possibly can. It's as simple as that. I know this is hella old and you probably won't see this, but for anybody else watching, you have to put forth the most effort, right? When you choose to get married, you have to put forth the most effort. It's a fight against everything. So you won't lose out, right, on what you want because you picked this. Moving on. It's a long one. And it's a year old. From the Am I the Asshole subreddit. Am I the asshole for throwing away my ex husband's Valentine's gift for his affair partner? Wait, I got some tea right at the very top. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. We're gonna skip that part. We're gonna pretend like that's not there. My ex-husband, 34 male, and I, 38 female, have been separated for a year, and the divorce was final last year. About 3 years prior, I caught him in an affair in which he cried and promised things would change and he would never do it again. I was stupid, believed him, and stayed. After countless infidelities, I finally found enough sense and respect for myself to leave the relationship. This man gaslighted me to the nth degree about his affairs to the point where he said I needed therapy for the marriage to continue for my false assumptions and questioning his trust. In fact, solid proof of his multiple affairs were found days after the last "you need therapy for not trusting me" speech. This was the same day I asked for a divorce. Found out through mutual friends he is expecting, and their conception date would have been when we were still together based on this due date. So there's that. As you can imagine, this has been a lot to deal with, and having to keep in contact with him to complete divorce proceedings and removing his name from my house was painful. Fast forward 1 year to today. He has not lived here for a year. This is my house. His name is not on it anyway. I still get mail for him here, in which I constantly and kindly asked him via text to change his address, for which he says he did and will double check every time. This mail includes things like insurance cards for his new affair baby. Just last week, he has picked up the last of his belongings and important mail, which I've held for months, waiting for him to pick up. Celebrate this will be the last time I would ever need to contact him or see him again. But yesterday I received the package, and without thinking, I opened it, and on my way in the door, I was thinking this was one of my many Amazon buys. Lol. Well, it's a jewelry box with two rather cheap looking necklaces inside, something I didn't order. I double checked the shipping label, and it's my ex husband's name. This is clearly a Valentine's present for the new girl, as the rhinestones are green, which I immediately recognized as her birthstone. Oh, we've been doing some research. He's never ordered from this company when we were together, so I would have understood if he had an existing account which had the old address, but I don't see that as the case. At this point, I feel this is almost intentional. How many times can one put the wrong address on your things? This man is very much a narcissist, but even I don't know if he would go that far or if he's just that stupid. Would I be the asshole for throwing away the whole package in the trash? I looked it up and it was under 80 bucks and not fine jewelry by any means. Also, I really wanted to go no contact moving forward, so I'd rather not text him if it can be avoided. I would be lying if I said I didn't still harbor resentment and hate, but I feel guilty not giving someone something they paid for. Alright. You got a heart. I would have preferred you had a knife and stabbed him. But that's just me. Top comments before the update, because we got how many updates we got? We got one, two, three. Tough. I love updates. I love updates. Don't throw out the mail. Said fold in the cheese 90. Fold in the cheese 99? Really? Don't throw out the mail. Return it. Return it all. He'll change addresses really quick when he's receiving nothing and there's nothing on you for tossing it. My ex husband did the same. I forwarded it for about a month, and then I tossed something. He had his lawyer contact mine. It wasn't worth it. It was super satisfying though when he accidentally sent his new phone to my house after he paid rush delivery since he broke it. Since he broke his, and I sent it back. He sent me a heavily worded email that he had to jump through hoops to correct it and had to put a new one on his credit card because they couldn't finance one until the one I sent back was received. This is spot on the answer. right? Return to sender, right? Give it to the mail lady. Tell UPS, USPS, FedEx, DHL, nah. Leave a letter, all right? Print it out, big bold, because I can't see. I'm blind. Ink, permanent, Sharpie, underline it, bold, italicize. Insert first name, last name. Does not live here. Do not drop off packages. Right. If you get something from Amazon of his, call up Amazon. They'll tell you where to return it. Chuck it. Right. Make sure they scan it in. Make sure these people scan it in. Get a ring. Don't get a ring doorbell. Don't get a ring doorbell. You've seen those Super Bowl commercials. Do not get a ring doorbell. AI sucks. Um, get security camera set up at your crib, right? Hopefully attached to a NAS, a network attached solution, storage solution. So you have all your data yourself and you're not paying a monthly fee for BS. Um, yeah, so you got proof that nobody dropped off anything of his. All of it will be returned. If you're getting letters and your mail lady, your mailman, um, are just dropping stuff off because all they're doing is just reading the address, go up to your USPS office, return it back. Maybe you can even leave a note saying, hey, put this in the system. Here's his forwarding address. Maybe you can even do it for him. I doubt it. But say, I don't want these letters anymore. I divorced this man. He moved out. He does not live here. This is harassment. Pull the Karen card. Where's your manager? Can I speak to your manager? Let me see. Let me see the top comments. The embarrassing aunt. For every piece of mail you receive from them, put return to sender. No such person is at this address. On it. Black out the little barcode across the address, but make sure it's still legible and put it back in the mail. Don't save it for him. Don't let him know you're going to make it painful for him to not actually change his address. You can also talk to your post office about the fact that you're receiving mail for somebody that no longer lives at your address. You would like to see if there's any way for them to block it from being delivered to you. I'm not sure how much help they'll be, but it will put a paper trail in place to protect you from any mail tampering charges. That's a federal crime. Don't do Fed time. Don't do Fed time. You and already paid for a lawyer for so long. Don't do Fed time. For the Amazon package, must have been Porch Pirates. You never got it. Now that you're divorced and he has all his crap, there's no reason for him to be able to continue to contact you. So block his ass on everything. You owe him nothing, and you owe his affair partner even less. You are not the asshole by any stretch of the imagination. Not the asshole. They've never been the asshole. You might have been the asshole to yourself a little bit, depending on how long you stayed with him for, but you know, you know, you know, you may regret, all right, but don't regret anything. You are who you are today because of every life experience that you've had up until this point. Every single second, every single minute, every single hour of the day. Don't regret. Yep. All right, let's go up to the edit. Let's go up to the update. Where's this update at? First, thank you all for the comments reminding me that I don't owe him anything. I don't know why I still feel guilty for doing what I want to do. I just got home from work, so as of now, the package is still in my possession. Later today, the dreaded text did come. No, I did not block him yet. He said he just found out they sent another package to my house and claimed he went off on customer service for using his billing address again. I left him on red. Interesting, because this is the first package from this company to ever arrive at this house, but mostly his billing address is still my house. He hasn't changed it. He knows he hasn't changed it, and he feels that's a valid excuse for the mix-up. He's running away from tons of debt collectors. Ooh, so now starting to put together the dots of why he's not updating his address. Yo, if this was a true mistake, part of me thought possibly he might not have the audacity to reach out to me about his gift to avoid awkwardness or shame due to the nature of the gift. I know if I was in his shoes, I would have wrote that off as a loss, moved on with my life, and bought a replacement to avoid the awkward and cringy conversation. I've took the advice of many here and bought a return to sender stamp from Amazon to use on everything else I get from here on out. Until then, I hope he doesn't just show up at my house unannounced because I'm not sure if I'm going to respond. I'm going to think on the package one more night before sending it into the abyss. Comments are spot on. And he's wild then. Those debt collectors want to find out where you live. You got your phone connected to the Wi Fi, you getting ads on social media, your data is being sold every which way it can and would be. They're going to find you. You're alive. They are going to find you. Ugh. Additional update for clarity on the affair baby. I'm getting a lot of questions on the timeline of affair baby. The baby was born last year, calculating conception date based on the due date. He knocked her up while we were still married. I didn't say conception based on birth date because baby was born 3 months early. Ooh, that's tough. How did I find out? Friends on social media. How did I know the details? He told me. Info overshared and several of his excuses to why he couldn't meet the estate attorney back when I was removing him from the home's deed. More info than I would have ever cared to know. This cheating ass, scummy bitch made motherfucker. He's trash. He's got trash genes. That's why the baby was born early. You got a preemie because you are bitch made. You were not taking care of to be the best man you possibly could be. So you passed on those shit trash ass genes to a kid that should not have been born. You should not have cheated. You should have been a much better person than you were and probably still fucking are. Get your money up. Pay your debts off. Right. Go to therapy. Truly atone for all the shitty things you've done in life. Try to be a good dad because you were already a shitty husband. And you know, when your baby mama cheat on you, just know, she was an affair partner. Obviously, she doesn't have good morals and values. Final update. Wow, so I didn't think this post would blow up like it did. I'm a little nervous that he's going to see the post and know it's about him, even though this is a throwaway account. But part of me doesn't care. Thank you to everyone for the advice and for reminding me that I owe him nothing. It also brought to light that I'm being entirely too kind to someone who continues to torment and use me. Also, I really enjoyed all the creative, toxic ideas of what to do to the necklace, and I had some good laughs. About to go find those. Despite wanting to stay no contact, today I finally responded to my ex husband's text from yesterday. I wrote, "Weird. You didn't change your building address?" He texts, "Apple Pay still has the old billing address." So I responded, "It's been a year, and he should probably go through his accounts and change his billing address. As of last week, anything sent here for him should have been returned to the sender." No response. To clarify, I do not have his new address. He went through great lengths to keep that secret since he lives with a fair partner. So I can't file a change of address in his place or for his debt collection mailed to him. He used his mother's address in our legal documents, so she's about to start getting a lot of collection mail. I received I received a return to sender stamp this morning and will be sending everything back moving forward until this post office gets the hint. I know this isn't as dramatic as Holt. Sorry to disappoint. As for the package, what package? yo, yo, the backbone. The backbone is there. The backbone is there. That's what I'm talking about. It's been a year since this post. If you ever see this, I need you to get in the gym. I need you to get in the gym. Not to lift weights, but to learn MMA, judo, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing. So if a man ever tries you like this again, you can beat him into submission. So he knows and will feel that physical pain for all the things that he's done wrong to you. All right, let's scroll. Where are those comments at? Where are the good toxic ideas? Where are we at here? Where are they at here? A lot of not the assholes. Wear the jewelry. Post it on social media with a comment that you wish your ex would move on and not keep sending you gifts and reasons to reconnect. Shout out to PB and Size. Yo, what's up with these usernames? I approve. I approve. Let me see. Let me see. Everybody saying return to sender. Return this. Oh, damn, that's a lot of deleted comments. Somebody must have been talking trash. These must have been the "you're the asshole" comments by a bunch of losers who hate women. Bitch made motherfuckers. Let me see. Return to sender. Throw that shit away. When he asked about it, tell him you threw that cheap shit out, but you never accidentally get anything else. Yeah. Point. Why are we buying jewelry on Amazon? Why are we buying? I know some small businesses maybe like going many viral, so they got the links to everything in their bio. Oh, I need some water. Ah, I'm dying. Mm. If my lips are all cracked, it's because I've been talking for an hour straight. Ignore that. What was I saying? Hamster brain. I forgot. Yeah, $70 jewelry on Amazon. I know some small businesses got to be trying to get to their bag and whatnot, but nah, nah. I understand you broke, and these people will garnish your checks, but it's a done deal. You out of here. You out of here. Don't be cheap and buy cheap jewelry. Next. Wait, I opened this up twice. Next. We're gonna end this one out. Wait, am I missing one? Am I skipping one? Tough. Am I the asshole for not covering for my coworker with a sick kid, resulting in her being fired? I read it. Some background info. I, 25 female, work as a hospice nurse for a home hospice company. All the nurses are salaried, and we make our own hours for the most part. This is a desirable job for nurses wanting to get out of the 12-hour shifts at hospitals. That's brutal. It's very desirable for parents, especially. We all have to take turns being on call overnight, roughly once every 2 weeks. This is mandatory. All of my coworkers have kids, pretty much. Everyone except me. In the last 3 years that I've been here, I have asked my coworkers for virtually nothing. I never really get sick, and I handle my stuff. I have never called out of an on-call shift. My boss has a three-strike rule, where if you have to call out on your on-call shift 3 times within a year, you get fired. No exceptions. If you trade your on-call shift, however, it doesn't count against you. It only counts against you if our boss has to mandate someone into covering the shift. I have watched my boss fire several people over this in the few years I've worked here. We got a new coworker, let's say Mandy. About 4 months ago, she called out of her on-call shift twice so far. Yo, so not good track record. Apparently, her husband is active duty and deploys a lot, and she has 4 kids and struggles to find a babysitter for them. This past Monday was Mandy's on call. Like, on call just reads so weird to me. On call again. She sent out an email begging for someone to take it because her babysitter got sick. Offered to trade her if she works Valentine's Day for me. Hey, Valentine's Day special, baby. Win win, right? I get Valentine's Day off and she can go on a date and go on a date. And Mandy gets her shift covered and doesn't get fired, right? Mandy said her husband comes back on Thursday and they wanted to go out for Valentine's Day. Apparently, their marriage was heading towards divorce, and they really needed this night. She asked me if I could just work a day. She asked me if I could just work a day for me next month instead. I said no chance. She tried guilting me and shaming me. So eventually, I just said fuck it. You're on your own. She tried to backpedal, but I said no. She pleaded with both me and our boss, but Mandy got fired. I can tell my boss and some of our coworkers think I'm an asshole since I had free time to cover a shift and I don't have kids or anything. Am I the asshole? Fuck no. Fuck Mandy. Get your shit together. You, you get nutted in so much. You're a nurse. You know what doing the nasty does. You have 4 babies. You have 4 babies. No condoms, 4 babies. And your man deploys. That motherfucker could die. This country ain't about to give you shit for real. You went to college, became a motherfucking nurse, got your bread up, found this cozy ass job, and you didn't have a backup babysitter. This dog shit ass country, you didn't have a backup babysitter. You already knew what it was about. 4 months, 2 strikes, third one coming up. You couldn't hop on any single app, Facebook, right? If your husband's being deployed, then potentially, possibly, this is your home state or his home state. Where are your parents at? Where are your siblings at? How young are these kids? Where the motherfucker who lives next door at? The little girl who's 13, 14, 15, right? Throw 50 on the motherfucking countertop so they can get some goddamn pizza and call it a motherfucking night while you go work this overnight shift. Tell the kids they better get in the motherfucking bed, right? They got iPads, FaceTime on their goddamn iPads. Tell them to get your ass in the bed, shut off the Wi-Fi from your phone while you at work so they won't stay up. Be on the PS5, PS6, PS7, whenever you see this video, right? And they be good. They be asleep. They be knocked the fuck out. You take your ass home. They wake up. You take them to school, whether it's the weekend or not. You want to try and revive your dying relationship on Valentine's Day. You just want dick, and you probably lying, right? You with this man, get him some therapy. He done seen things. He's been deployed multiple times. 4 years. This is a year old. So motherfucking 2020 at least, 2019. He done seen some things. He done lost some people. Right. You done been through a lot. He probably beat you. No, let me stop. Your relationship is dog shit. Right. If you are truly on your way to divorce, this was a year ago. If you were truly on your way to divorce, Mandy. You was trying to get kid number 5 and really like his ass now. He was not going to leave you if you're going to play. Oh, put the baby. You're going to put me through so much. I'm going to lose the baby. No. No. Yeah, no. OP, both labs, 6851. What's up with the. Oh, you know what? This is probably a default username. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. And we got to edit. Her kid got her babysitter sick and the babysitter canceled. Both were sick. So she had to stay home with her kid. I worded things wrong. Fuck them. Tell the kids to stop licking the walls. They won't get sick. Ugh. Top comment. From Sufficient Line 1406. These default usernames are better, right? Because they got capitals. I can see the different words. They're not all just rammed together. She could have had her Valentine's on Saturday. A simple 1-day shift, and she could have made the deal with you and kept her job, not the asshole. And making the choice to have kids means responsibility to take care of those kids. It is never someone else's problem. Fuck them kids. That's coming from me, not the comment section. Fuck them kids. Ugh. Seriously, and quite frankly, I would rather celebrate a day later when places are not so packed and prices jacked up just because it's Valentine's Day. Besides, if her marriage is falling apart, going out on Valentine's Day instead of a regular Saturday isn't going to change anything. And I imagine getting fired is going to do more damage to the marriage than missing a random holiday due to the added stress of now being down to one income. Coworker didn't think things through, and not slowing no one but her. Besides, she already called out twice in 4 months of employment. while knowing about the three strikes rule. And it's not even that they can't call out on a normal day. It's only on the on-call nights once every 2 weeks. So you figure in 4 months she's worked there, let's say it's 18 weeks. That means she's called out for 2 of her 9 on-call shifts. Girl was gonna get fired eventually anyway. Yo, shout out to Happy Tragedy 15. 2.4K upvotes. Shout out to her. Tough. Tough. Let me see another one. Not the asshole. You did offer to cover her shift, and she refused the entirely reasonable compromise that you offered in exchange. All those coworkers could have covered it. And your boss is blaming you for the boss enforcing their own policy on someone who absolutely violated that policy? Nobody here is right except you, OP. Her emergencies are not yours. Your drama does not constitute an emergency on my part. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. Let me see. Not the asshole, the coworkers that think you're an asshole could have covered for. Man, these top comments are spot. Oh, we got comments from OP. I'm on bullshit. This is literally about to be the only. So many comments. Ah, it's my first episode. Every single story before this had no comments. Their pages were deleted. They were so old. There was no engagement. She commented so many times. Ooh. So, man, I gotta not do a bad job. I see a paragraph. Hold on. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Where'd it go? You can't see what I see. It's not there. What the fuck? Hold on. Is it because I closed it? Oh. So we got a -35 downloaded comment. You're the asshole if she accepted your original proposal, Valentine switch, and you said no. This is motherfucker read Becky521. Bitch, can you read? So we got a comment from OP. So the way it happened was I emailed her and said, I see you need someone to cover tonight, and I'm willing to work tonight for you, but only if you work Valentine's Day for me. She said no. Her and her husband need to spend Valentine's Day together, and she's asked if I could cover a day for me next month instead. OP, your grammar's fucking me. Your grammar's throwing me off. I replied no. It's Valentine's Day or nothing. She sent me a series of messages trying to guilt and shame me for asking for Valentine's Day off. You don't know what it's like to be a struggle parent in a failing marriage. Talking about how hard her life is. So the quote cut off. I got tired of guilt tripping. I emailed her saying, never mind. I hope you can find someone else to cover your shift, man. And I stopped replying. She sent me a message saying, never mind. No one else is going to cover for me. Please trade me and I'll work Valentine's Day for you. But at this point, I turned my phone off. I figured that since she was so ungrateful, I would not do her a favor. Yeah. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You're not coming through for your boss, for your wallet, for your kids, probably for your relationship. And going off all the time, you think one night is going to fix it? This motherfucker loves going to war. Loves going to war. Let me see. Let me see. All these comments from OP. No, I didn't work Monday for her. She refused to trade days, so I didn't work Monday for her. Our boss mandated someone else that Monday. Mandated. The boss didn't want to smoke. He was probably seeing those company emails and was like, I'm not going to mandate her. Otherwise, she might fight me. These motherfuckers really scared, right? They all got kids. They like, I fear her. The only one with no child. I can't do it. She might box me and my kids. Oh, shit. We have no unions. Unions aren't much of a thing here. Dog, damn. UAW strong, baby. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Right? You're a nurse too. You're a hospice nurse. That is tough. Uh, it is a throwaway account. Yeah, because I don't want this on my main. Yeah. Oh, she does baking. Skipping that. We work in healthcare. If you call out, it fucks over your patients and coworkers. This is the type of job you shouldn't take if you can't be at least relatively reliable. It's not like calling out your job as a bartender or something. I mean, honestly, right? It's not like my job. I got coverage. We have floaters. If a certain number of people call out, we're good to go. If too many people call out, management will hop in and do the jobs. Uh, Corporate does not want them keeping unreliable employees. I know some rules and requirements to it. I'm not sure if the three strike rule is made by corporate or my boss. We got another paragraph. Open. I'm just reading these. She's replying to some comments. I was not as prepared as I should have been, so I didn't open all those comments to read what she was replying to. But who cares? This is a year old. Fuck Mandy. Mandy. No. Hopefully, Mandy went to therapy. Hopefully, her husband went to therapy. Hopefully, the kids are doing good. Hopefully, they're all living good lives. Hopefully, her work ethic is good to go. Hopefully, she has two backup babysitters now for them snot nosed brats. Fuck them kids. From Salty Marge. You only got 13 upvotes. You are not the asshole, and your former coworker is an idiot for not taking you up on your offer. But man, that policy sucks. And your manager sucks for implementing it. Your manager also sucks for not at least trying to help her find coverage. She was actively trying. She can't try to incentivize anyone to take the shift. I used to work as a CNA way back when, but our manager was so helpful with this stuff. If we weren't having luck finding coverage, she'd throw in a $25 Starbucks gift card or something, okay, to try and sweeten the deal. Sometimes she'd do priority PTO coupons, which meant we got to use it on a PTO request to jump the line of seniority. Ooh, the lack of a union is this, Vanessa. This. You know how many people's days I would take, and I would stack that shit up and have that shit Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. My birthday is the 7th of January. Bitch, I'm back to back to back. You're not seeing me until the snow is melted on a motherfucking overnight on-call shift. You won't see me in the building. My badge will stop working for nights. I'd be like trying to get in the motherfucking summertime. The sun ain't going down yet. Why can't I get in? Am I not scheduled today? Too bad. I'm out. I don't gotta work today. Fit check. Fit check. I was gonna do this in the end. Fit check. We got one more story. Shout out to the founding fathers of absolute disgustingness and depravity. All right. Shout out to them. Shout out to their deaths or conspiracy theories that one of them is still alive and is currently playing Fortnite. And all the time in prison that they have done and will do for their levels of indecency against women and children. All right. Oh, I messed up my headrest. Hopefully I got that on camera because I wasn't even really looking. Hopefully I'm still recording. Let's see. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. That's fantastic. So we got a reply. Did I even finish reading this? Oh, I didn't. Okay, Salty Marge. Your former coworker obviously wasn't helping herself at all, but this kind of policy is damn near discriminatory to people with kids. Everybody who works there has kids, except for OP. Single parents, family members they care for, spouses, or active duty military, people with disabilities, people with chronic illnesses, anyone who doesn't have a traditional family or is single. You had to put a space there between is and single. Uh, doesn't have any dependents and isn't generally healthy could make a case against this policy being exclusionary. You could say then those people shouldn't work at this job, but that's directly exclusionary and illegal. I honestly think if your former coworker brought this to an attorney worth their salt, she could find a little payday from this. I have to write and slash or approve these kind of policies at my job, and this would never be allowed. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen if you ask me. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, they're kind of spitting. Let's see. My headrest. Oh, I'm dying here. What the fuck? Oh, did I break it? Did I break my headrest? What the fuck? Oh, I just unlocked it. I thought I broke my headrest. I was about to like be so sad. Like, yay, my first episode. Oh, I need a new headrest. Oh, my bank account. Mm. So, the reply from OPE, our manager will incentivize shifts, but only once it's officially a call out. They will not incentivize trades. What does that mean? Also, I don't think this policy is discriminatory whatsoever. We have a three-strike rule that we are notified of before hiring. She agreed to the rule and signed documentation stating that she understood. She didn't have to agree to taking this job if she wasn't going to be able to fulfill the job requirements. This isn't the kind of job where calling out is no big deal. It severely fucks over your coworkers, and depending on how last minute the call is, can have negative outcomes for patients and their families. We are taught in nursing school that there is no excuse for missing work as a nurse, and that if you can't be reliable, then you need to find a different job. Honestly, yeah, yeah. Mm, I can understand that. You are literally giving your life to other people whose lives are in balance. Ah, it's tough. That's tough. You can think whatever you want to about this one. It's kind of tough, right? If you're going to be a nurse, you're giving parts of your body, your mental, your soul, if you believe in that, to everyone that you help because you are running ragged. But this is supposed to be the easier job, but this is also hospice, so motherfuckers doing you. The comment right underneath that by OK Replacement 7281, these default ones are crazy. Three strikes is kind of stupid considering the specialty you were in. Maybe this is why so many nurses burn out because y'all ain't superhuman. But we got a reply from Salty Marge multiple. Yo, why you put so many paragraphs? There's a difference between moral stances and legal ones. Signing a document agreeing to this policy doesn't hold the weight your employer wants you to think it does. One coworker screwing over another isn't something your employer is going to get sued for. Firing someone for a policy that can be argued as discriminatory practice is. Your nursing school saying you can't call in once you're in the field doesn't open them up to litigation. Your employer telling you that does open them up to it. You're your employer telling another employee they should work another job if they can't follow the policy due to whichever protected class issue you are dealing with here. It absolutely opens them up to litigation. It's discriminatory, and yes, it's absolutely abuse. Doesn't change anything. I'm not arguing that your former coworker deserves a payday from this or that she didn't do this to herself ultimately. But from a business standpoint, this policy is a wrongful termination suit waiting to happen on the basis of discrimination of your pick of protected classes. You don't have to think it's discriminatory. An attorney just has to convince a judge or jury that it is. And the reality is, it won't get that far because the company you work for would pay a settlement to get it all to go away. And then they're going to force your manager to retract the policy. Oh, okay. Okay, I kind of like the way they're spitting. And we got Batroc the Batty replying to Salty Marge. Wouldn't it be discriminatory to make the person without children be the pinch hitter? Wouldn't making their work environment hostile should they refuse be an issue? Salty Marge, right? It's not the original OP, but they spit it to me right now. I'm feeling it. Restructuring their policy to have less exposure to potential litigation doesn't mean a childless employee needs to take the hit. I'm not sure where the equivalency comes from in arguing the policy has discriminatory exposure. A childless, disabled person can take advantage of a wrongful termination suit with this policy the same way. I'm also not sure where the hostile work environment comes in here either. However, hostile work environments has specific scope. It's not just my coworker snide to me because I wouldn't take her shift. The majority of hostile work environment scope would actually apply to the point where I'm trying to make about this policy. It's mainly surrounding discrimination, surrounding protected classes. It can also apply to verbal abuse, but you usually need to prove it directly harms you. Like you were denied a promotion, hostile work environment doesn't cover hurt feelings, unfortunately. The good news is most company policies do cover this and are perfectly acceptable reasons to be dismissed without much exposure. My alarm went off. I'm so sorry. It's 6:50 p.m. Uh, the level of hostile work environment rises to the legal definition that opens you up to litigation exposure is narrow than co-worker. We're gonna move on from this one. Shout out to OP. Fuck them kids. Shout out to Salty Marge for, knowing her job. His job? Their job? It's a little Reddit emoji AI looking token thingy. There's no profile picture. Uh, if you want to go read this one yourself, you absolutely can, because Salty Mars drops another paragraph, but I don't care. We're moving on to our last story. And I lost it. I need water. I'm dying here. All these stories have been so damn sad. And I spilled water on myself. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. So we're gonna end this one out with something nice. You know, from the Too Hot Take subreddit. Shout out to them. By user Dazzling E. What my husband did on Valentine's Day. My husband, 27, and I, 25 female, have a 7-month-old who we both gush over how cute our baby is. Anyways, on Valentine's Day, I asked him if all he could do was stop at a store and get a small balloon on his way home from work. When he got home, our baby and I were dressed up to greet him, and he came in with a huge bouquet and huge balloon and caramel chocolates. Caramel chocolates, and our favorite red wine. Oh, we are very tight on money right now. So my first concern was money, but then he told me, "You let me worry about that and just enjoy these because you're worth it." So sweet. And then he handed the balloon to our baby, who was scared of it at first, but eventually warmed up to it, especially the clip that it came with. Then we spent the rest of the night drinking a little wine and working on the puzzle we bought forever ago. That was one of our best nights ever. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so cute. Oh man, this was a year ago. So 7 months in, you doing nothing but buying diapers. Life is so expensive, and then you come into the clutch like this. It's so cute. We got a couple edits. Ah, so sweet. Thank you everyone for your kind words. I am also doom scrolling on here and see a lot of negativity, like a lot, and want to read wholesome stuff every now and then. So I thought I would share my story. It's simple, but was really one of the best nights ever, and I really hope my husband sees this post. Uh, Edit number two, just in case you were thinking, I am not just giving my infant a balloon and walking away because it's one of those metallic balloons and it's still floating despite March being 3 days away. Damn, it's been 2 weeks. We have fun with it, but baby wasn't even slightly interested in the balloon. Baby wanted the clip, and that came with it. Instead, now it's tied away in the corner of our living room. Don't let that baby eat that. Don't let the baby put it in his mouth. It will try to swallow. The baby's 7 months. The baby will try to eat that. It's exploring with his hands and his eyes. It's like, I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can touch. What's my last sense? Ah, that's what it's doing. $5. Money. I need money. I need money for that. Um, is the audio still working? Oh, I'm terrible. Let's see these comments. Oh my god, this was actually a breath of fresh air to read after doom scrolling. Am I the asshole? And am I overreacting? I got a new Reddit I need to join. New Reddit, new subreddit. There'll be so many stories. So many stories. I didn't expect to read something so wholesome. Mundane society, your emojis are blank to me. This is so sweet. This is so sweet. None of these comments matter. Happy Valentine's Day to you, beautiful people. I hope you get all the love you deserve. And if you find out that your man, your woman, your partner is cheating, just grab a hammer and take it to their heads. And then use a lot of bleach, a lot of bleach. Bleach the house, bleach the whole crib. Nah. Don't listen to me. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. If your partner's cheating, rely on your family members, your friends. Uh, build a supportive group around you, even if they're not cheating. If things aren't as good as it needs to be, lean on others who have the emotional bandwidth, the good advice, and who just want to see you happy and healthy. Lean on those people uh, in these kind of times, so you won't be as hurt, as upset, as crushed as you might be feeling. Right? Reach out. Really, truly, reach out. And if people are giving bad advice, people are telling you to suck it up, tell them to suck a dick. Point blank, period. Tell them to suck a fat dick. Tell them, matter of fact, tell them Mr. Always on 10 said to suck my dick. Tell them. Let them know. Show them this video. If you're on bullshit and you aren't helping out your family, your friends who are suffering, suck my dick. It's that simple. I got so aggressive. This was a sweet video to end it on. I got so aggressive. I don't know if I can find another cute, sweet. Um, hold on, hold on. I didn't mean to do it like that. That's kind of tough. Hmm. Uh, Happy Valentine's Day. That, yeah. Will you be my Valentine's? All right. Thank you for watching. If you watched this all the way through, I appreciate you. This has been the Intelligent Idiots podcast. Hopefully, I gave you an intelligent take. Hopefully, I wasn't too much of an idiot. Um, yeah, I have been your host, Mr. Always on 10. Have a beautiful, wonderful day and night. And I'll see you again. Peace.